We have an entire pool of blind samples. We have no clue what is in this glass. And some of you guys ask us sometimes, why do we have to go and make things so complicated? But we do it this way so that you get the most honest opinions possible. Let's get into this blind.
Why do you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're asking like you're somebody else gets me frustrated.
You gonna keep going?
Life's like this, and you fall and you crawl and you break and you fake what you get and you turn it into honesty. You're probably never gonna find your faking. No, no, no. Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Avril. Aaron.
I'm Josh. Thanks for joining us. As I said, we are blind, and if you're new here, Aaron is more of the social sipper and 90s pop alt rock enthusiast.
Yeah.
I am more of the whiskey nerd and like a little bit more like backpack hip hop and heavy metal and like
long
old
walks
country.
on the beach.
Yeah. So we're
Sunsets by the river.
We're polar opposites. They say opposites attract. And we do this channel so that you can get varying opinions on what's in this glass, which has been drawn at random from our blind sample pool.
It has.
And we're not professional whiskey tasters.
No,
we're
not.
just average Joes and Janes tasting some whiskey, letting you know what we think about it without any of that pesky bias because we don't know what it is. But
Be gone, bias. We're done.
There's a clue in the title. Let's get into this and see what we're working with. Cheers. All right, hang on.
This smells like a Foursquare finished rum. Or a Foursquare rum. Yeah, Foursquare.
That right
Finished
there,
rum.
something's different going on.
This smells like a Foursquare product. I
I don't think it's rum because it is in one of our bourbon or rye sample jars.
Okay,
But
I didn't know that.
it could be something rum finished.
It smells like Foursquare, like the brand.
Yes. So if you're unfamiliar with Foursquare, which not a lot of people watching Bourbon Whiskey Tube may
True.
know about Foursquare.
Okay, tell us.
It's a rum company.
It is.
Out of Barbados.
Yes.
And they make Barbados rum. And it's good stuff. It's very, very good stuff. But it does have a unique funk on the nose that to me smells like rubber cement. And this kind of has that
It's
a little
probably
bit.
a rum finished whiskey of some kind then.
I'm thinking it's probably more like a double-barreled bourbon.
You might be right.
It's real sweet.
There's
it has
something.
this woody edge to it, and there's like this molasses note, like this blackstrap molasses, which is kind of something that's a hallmark of rums and some double-barreled bourbons.
Interesting.
Yeah, this smells wild. It smells like a boatload of like brown sugary, molassesy, sugar caney, oaky, sweet oak goodness. And the color looks crazy too. And there's almost like a little bit of like a barbecue smokiness in here too.
Yep.
Not like a peat scotch smoke, but like a barbecue-y smoke.
Yeah. Everything you're saying, I'm like, yes, spot on.
And it smells rich. And there's not a lot of alcohol edge. It smells strong, but it doesn't smell alcoholic, like edgy.
I don't even need to be here. I'm just going to go show myself out.
Let's get this on the palate. Cheers.
Tastes like a soccer ball.
Wow. That is like a shotgun blast of flavor to your taste buds.
Tastes like a soccer ball to me. That's what I got. When I drank this, a grass-covered soccer ball entered my mind.
Okay.
Not covered. A grass-sprinkled soccer ball.
There's like a little skid mark on the soccer ball from when it went going through the grass.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to definitely need to take a minute, and we're going to get into a second sip here in a second. But just power. Huge power coming through on that first sip.
But what kind of power? It's not super sweet.
It's the
It
kind
doesn't
of
taste very
it's
sweet.
the kind of power. I felt like that pour right there ran down my tongue and just jumped off the back of it and grabbed the hangy thing in the back and just went bonsai and just like grabbed it.
What is that
and
called?
Hit it.
Your epiglottis?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I think that's what it's called.
This pour is wild. That's all I know off the first sip.
Let's try it again because
Let's try
I need a
one.
second sip to make an opinion.
There we go.
A little bit got on my lip and it kind of burns.
Yeah, I think this is high proof.
I do too.
This has there is a fruitiness to this.
Yeah, but it's like underlying a dry woodiness.
Yeah.
I don't get soccer ball on this after the second sip. That was just my initial first sip. You can never trust those first sips. They give you wild images.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got.
All
It's
right.
good. It's powerful. I can tell there's power there. It's probably very proofy. I'm not getting any specific like flavor notes because I'm just not.
I'm getting like caramel caramel, vanilla, banana, cherry, dark brown sugar that's been charred. And I'm getting that molasses note too.
I don't know how you get things like that. Sometimes I don't get anything, and I'm just going to have to let that be okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I know enough to know I like it, and that's fine with me.
I am going to need another sip to get some ratings together. But
I'll take another sip.
The first pour was just a flash of heat and flavor that my brain really couldn't compute. The second pour actually was just like surprisingly mellowed out after the first pour because my palate's acclimating to the proof and everything. And so I was actually surprised at how easy, like how quote unquote smooth it drank on the second pour.
Oh, I don't think it's
I'm just saying.
smooth.
It's got big flavor.
I will say it smells sweeter than it tastes to me. The nose is sweeter than the palate, which I kind of wanted it to taste a little bit sweeter on the palate, like it was on the nose, but that's okay.
I can almost get like a bananas Foster or like some like fried plantains and brown sugar with this.
I feel like you're really, really trying here. Let's just drink it. I got nothing new. I like it. Thumbs up. It's my rating. I'm ready.
I'm going to go 2 thumbs up. This thing, it hits your palate and it just swells up with flavor. It is a big whiskey. It
is big. I do enjoy that bigness without it being too alcohol forward. It doesn't burn me too much.
Here's the thing.
I can appreciate that because I want to enjoy it. I want to feel my mouth when I'm done drinking. Like I'm not eating hot chicken here. Like I don't want to be in pain. So I appreciate the boldness that this brings without the pain.
Bold is a good word.
Yeah.
I think it does bring, there is an alcohol edge to this. Well, there is a punch to this.
There is an alcohol edge because it's alcohol. But I mean, sometimes you can be like, whoa, that's all astringent alcohol, you know, and that's not this. It
has an alcohol edge, but it brings flavor with it. It brings this swelling palate enveloping experience with it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's kind of a wild ride. It's a little bit of like a roller coaster with a big drop and a couple of crazy inversions and things like that.
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah,
that's what it's given me.
You're not drinking this to have something that's easygoing and relaxing to just disappear in the background. This whiskey commands your attention.
This is an intentional whiskey. You can't help but pay attention to it when you're drinking it. Even if you are just wanting it to be something that's in the background, you'll be like, whoa, and you'll pay attention to it.
Right. So you're thumbs up. I'm 2 thumbs up. I love whiskeys like this. I love whiskeys that make me pay attention to them and kind of can give me a lot to think about through the pour. And this does that. I'll say I think this, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a $150 bottle or more. It does some crazy stuff.
Well, get ready for the or more because it is $300.
Not surprised.
I'm not surprised either, just because of how powerful its approach is. I'm
still saying not a lot of stuff does this. And I'm willing to spend more than you are on whiskey. I would easily spend $300 if I had it on a bottle of this.
If I'm talking about how I would spend my money, I'm going to have to go to Just Okay because I don't necessarily have to have this in my collection. So if it's a thumbs up, it would be, I would like this in my collection. 2 thumbs up is I have to have it in my collection. I would like it in my collection, but I'm a little bit cheaper than Josh, and I could live without it in my collection, so I'm going to go Just Okay.
And by a little bit cheaper, you mean a bit cheaper, especially when it comes to whiskey.
When it comes to whiskey, I'm a lot a bit cheaper. In other areas, I'm not. But that's my personal, since I'm the one drinking this, that's my personal score. Yeah. However, I could see 100% how you are giving it 2 thumbs up. I could see how someone would want to give it thumbs up. I just don't want to spend that much money on whiskey, and that's my choice.
So that's an important thing to note. Because you're Just Okay, I'm 2 thumbs up. You might get a pour somewhere in a bar, even if it costs you for a special occasion and you wanted to take this crazy ride. Yeah. You would maybe pay $40 for a pour or something like that.
I would spend, a $40 for a pour at a bar one time. But I don't necessarily need to drop $300 for a full bottle.
Yeah. Whereas I would love to have this bottle to take this ride whenever I wanted to. and also share this ride with
You're
friends.
paying for the convenience fee.
Yeah, I want to bring my friends on this ride. Like,
Okay.
let's
Fair.
all
Yeah,
aboard.
yeah.
Grab
I
a
get it.
glass. Let's go on a ride.
And I can't fault you for that. Like, granted, I wouldn't want to spend. This is not even a good example because our money is together. But let's pretend our money was separate.
Your miscellaneous budget and my miscellaneous budget.
I wouldn't want to spend my fun money on
Right.
it. But if you want to spend your fun money on it, I would not be mad at it, and I would let you do that and drink some too.
All right, let's find out what we're drinking.
Okay. Sorry.
You're just okay. I'm 2 thumbs up.
Yep. We are drinking King of Kentucky.
For real?
We are 16 year.
Wow. What's the proof?
129.6.
Wow.
This is thanks to Justin Williams.
Justin, man.
Why did we get rum on this on the nose?
Because it's got that molasses note. It's got
Yeah.
that crazy brown sugar, cane sugar, molasses note.
This is interesting because King of Kentucky, depending on the year and the bottle, you've given it 2 thumbs up, and it's like you're notorious for saying it's your like holy grail bottle. But then
Yeah.
some of the times in blinds you don't rate it highly. So
hang on.
no, that just goes to show that
No, hang on.
people's tastes can differ.
You just made a misaccurate statement.
Oh.
I always rate it highly.
Oh.
It's just that sometimes things have come out on top of it in blind flights.
Okay.
That's a very important distinction.
Yes.
This is a wild pour. And this
is.
is what, to me, King of Kentucky is very cool because it's single barrel products. So
Yeah.
one single barrel, we recently had an event this past summer for Barrels for Hope. And somebody brought a King of Kentucky sample for me to try. And I tried it, and it literally tasted like whiskey from the 1980s. But it still had this going on, but it also had this crazy old element in it,
Okay.
like whiskey from yesteryear element.
Okay.
I've tasted others that are like crazy woody. I've tasted some that are like huge vanilla bombs. I've tasted some that are like this, where it's like crazy molasses heavy.
Yeah.
They range.
Yeah.
They run the gamut.
What distillery does this?
Brown Foreman.
Brown Foreman? Okay.
Yeah. This is wild whiskey.
Yeah.
And it just proved it here to me. Not a lot of stuff does what this does. The wild thing is that if I'm drinking this specific single barrel right now, the closest comp I could give you that's available on shelves is any Foursquare rum. That's the closest thing to this.
I don't think it tastes like a Foursquare, but it gave me major Foursquare vibes on the nose.
I'd say that this and Foursquare rum have about 80% in common on the palate.
On the palate?
Yeah, on the nose and palate.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if I agree with that, but I need a Foursquare here to compare.
I mean, we got some.
Sure.
We need
to
3-4 bottles in that cabinet right there.
We need to do some testing, and you can write up a case study on me.
This blind makes me so happy.
I mean, this is your favorite whiskey of all time, so I'm not surprised.
Look, it's $300 if you can find a bottle, which is
Oh.
almost impossible. Let's be real quick. Would I love to get King of Kentucky at $300? Yeah, I would buy 2 or 3 bottles every year. I would literally just buy less available shelf stuff, and I would buy more
Yeah,
of this.
we know you love it. That's fine.
But you can't find it for that. So a lot of times these go for $1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, I'm definitely out at that price.
Some people got it like that. More power to them. I'm happy that anybody is succeeding and killing the game like that.
Yeah.
For us in our budget, splurging $1,500 to $2,000 on a bottle of whiskey would be a large push. And because it's a single barrel and I don't know quite what I'm getting, I'm more inclined to steer clear of these, even though it is literally my favorite whiskey I've ever tasted.
That's a good point, yeah.
I'm more inclined to play it safer if I was going to splurge on a bottle and go with something like a George T. Stagg or
Or like a batched product.
something that's batched, something that is every single year very good. If you're going to pay for a George T. Stagg at like some crazy marked up store price or secondary or whatever, is it going to be $700 or $800? Yes, it is. Is that a safer play than spending double that for a single barrel of King of Kentucky that you've never tried?
In your book, it is.
It is a safer play for me, and I don't have the discretionary money to throw around like that, just being totally honest with you guys. But if you do have the discretionary money to throw around like that, these are, to me, the most fun products
They are
in
fun.
bourbon.
They are fun. All the ones I've had have been fun. I will say that. Some
Yeah.
of them I've liked more than others, but they've all been fun.
And the beauty of it is that, like, if I buy George T. Stagg, if I'm going to splurge and I get 2020, when 2024 comes out, if I splurge and get 2024 George T. Stagg, that is a singular thing that everyone else who gets that bottle can try. You get a King of Kentucky, and that single barrel, you get to take people who get to try that with you on a completely unique journey, because that single barrel is different than every other single barrel out there.
But also, I don't like that personally sometimes, because then when it's gone, you can never have that experience again. And if I'm having a good experience, I never want it to end.
Hey, it's better to have loved and lost than not loved at all.
That's what I've heard. So right. I guess there's merit to that.
All right. If you've heard that we do blind tastings and eliminate the hype and bias and all that stuff, and you like that, you should be subscribed to this channel.
You should.
You're doing yourself a disservice by not being subscribed to this channel. Go ahead and get on board now. It's we're open enrollment currently, so
it's free to subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the bell if you want to join us for a live stream. We do that once a month, and they float around a little bit, so that'll help you know when we're going live.
Yeah.
And if you want to get plugged into a wonderful community of people, the best community of people, who love helping people find things, love sharing samples. If you even want to post an ad that says you're looking for some King of Kentucky samples and you're willing to trade samples of all of your collection to be able to try one of these pours, you could do that. Like, we've done that.
Yeah.
We've done that. So you can do that through our Patreon community and our Discord that's associated with that. That's also where we release our barrel picks, and you can get those through that as well. Yeah. And those go down in tiered order. We do virtual tasting events. I do live streams just about every week over there, kind of more whiskey nerdy live streams and fun tastings. All kinds of bonus content. You can check that out there. And you can also check out cool shirts like these at stuffandwhiskey.com. And I think that's it. Oh, by the way, if you're still watching, we have a charity fundraiser coming up for mental health. We support a organization called To Write Love on Her Arms, and they help people who need direct help. So the dollars that go into this are actually facilitating recovery and treatment and therapy for people, which is a big deal for us to support an organization that actually cares about making a direct impact and helping people. And that's just what we prefer. And if you like your dollars and your donations going towards that as well, then it's a wonderful thing to help people in need. So we're very blessed to be able to spend discretionary money on whiskey, and there's other people out there struggling. So,
like to pay it forward a little.
Yeah.
So we will be having our charity fundraiser live stream, and as Josh said, we do need bottle donations for the giveaway.
We do.
So if you have a bottle that you would like to donate for the cause, that will be given away to a winner. Email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. But also, if you just want to watch and participate, we are doing our live stream where we will be facilitating the giveaway on October
6th is the giveaway, but September 22nd is a live stream that launches the GoFundMe that is connected to PayPal's Giving Fund, and all that money goes directly to Write Love on Her Arms. So check that out down in the video description below. I will link it, and email us if you have a bottle you want to donate.
Absolutely. That's it for today. Be good to each other, and until next time.
Long live the King.